for a lot of people. So, what's the value? How can I sell it? And then is what can I donate? And this is something for people especially that are extreme collectors. Donating is something that's so powerful and so wonderful. It makes the process of downsizing a little easier. Knowing, because we're attached, our stuff isn't stuff. It's memories. It's it really is our babies. So, but knowing that it's going to help someone's life, that it's going somewhere and going to make a difference in their life, it makes a big difference. We've helped a lot of clients make their downsizing a lot easier by talking and helping them donate. And there's some amazing places that you can donate to. I wish I had time, I have a whole list, but you can ask me, we can help you with that as well. But then after that, what can be recycled and what can be disposed of? So that's kind of the steps. I can go through some options and some different things of each of those. I had, like I said, 45 minutes planned, so we're just going to have to make it really quick. But, so once you're doing that, how do you say, well, how do I figure out whether it's precious? We already talked about that. How do I figure out whether a loved one likes it or not? That's something that's a little tricky nowadays. Because years ago, grandchildren, children, everybody wanted everything. Well, the generations have changed. And so you really have to ask them if they want it. So that's the step of how to ask them. Okay, well, how do I figure out whether I downsize or not? Here's some questions that we always ask our clients, and these are really good questions. We want to write them down. They kind of help. Like I said, the first question, ask yourself, is it precious to me? Is it precious to a loved one? When's the last time I used it? Right? When's the last time I used it, right? When is, and another good question is it functional? And will it be functional in my next stage of life? Like, for example, yes, I used my food processor 6 months ago, but I'm moving in here, and the food's amazing, so I'm not going to need my food processor. So is it functional? Is another great question. And this one I love, did I know I had it? Let me tell you, every single client, including myself, we have lots of stuff in our house that we forgot that we had. I mean, tons of it. You'd be amazed. And I'll say right now, if you don't know you had it, you can downsize it. If you forgot you had it, and trust me, every one of us, I guarantee you, every one of us in our home has items we don't know that we have. So that's a good question to ask yourself. Did I know I had it? Exactly. How much dust is on it? That's another good question. Is it on the top shelf? Right? Is it in a box? Is it in the garage? Right? Is it in the shed? These are all questions that will give you a hint that yes, I can downsize it. Is this saying my time's up?
No, I'm going to do the same thing I did with Michael and Angela. We're trying to respect your time, but would you like to hear a little more from Andy?
Yes.
At any time, and I'll ask for questions and those type of things, but these are things that a lot of people struggle with. They struggle with, yes, I picked out what's precious, and sometimes you have so many precious items, you have to narrow it down, like I said, the precious. But these, it's usually one of the ones that's the most emotional. We think stuff is stuff, but for most of us, it's not. So asking yourself these questions can make a big difference, and it can help you. And another question is ask yourself, can this item help somebody else? Would this item help somebody else in their lives? It's like, for example, if you're a man and you still have 10 suits, when's the last time you used those 10 suits? I suggest keep one suit or 2 suits, but you can ask yourself, can someone else use that suit? Can someone else that needs to maybe go to a job interview and that doesn't have a suit, that's not privileged, would that make a big difference in that young gentleman's life? Yes. So these are all the questions that can really help us with those things. And there's so many more questions to ask. Have I maintained the item? Have I maintained it? You know, like my silver. Is my silver all tarnished? Have I maintained it? If you haven't maintained it, then probably, you can downsize it. And I can go through a ton of other questions, and please try to make it as fun as possible. I know it sounds like, what? Make downsizing fun? How do you do that? But try to make it fun. A good example is I did a talk years and years ago, and a lady was having a really hard time with clothing. And clothing can be hard to downsize. We once helped a lady on the islands. I won't suggest nobody knows her, but she had a whole closet, and this closet was bigger than my bedroom. There was just her blue closet. Everything in that closet was just a blue closet. So I know clothing can be hard for women. So here's something fun you can do, and try to involve your family, your friends with it. Try to have fun with it. And this is a great thing with your clothing. You can have a little party, a little fashion show for your friends, and say, I'd love for you to come over, we'll have some wine, and I'll try on some outfits, and you can help me figure out what I really, looks good and what I should take with me. And have fun with it. And the great thing about it is that whatever, you're not taking with you, and you can say to your friends, you're welcome to have what you would like. And have a party, have a little fashion show, have a lot of fun. I've had lots of clients that have suggested this too, and they came back to me and said it was wonderful because they're having such a hard time with it. And there's all kinds of other questions you can ask yourself. Is the tag still on it? Have I ever worn it? Does it fit? I mean, there's all kinds of questions to ask yourself to downsize it. But try to have fun with it. Okay, the next thing is, well, I know now. And please, if you need help, call us. Have a company come in or someone come in if you don't know what's of value or not, those kind of things. Because sometimes you have items of value, and what is of value now and what was of value 20 years ago is really different. I've been buying since I was 12. I'm 51 now, and what's of value and marketable now is totally different. A lot of my clients will throw away what's of value because it wasn't of value years ago. Things like acrylic, plastic, 50s, 60s, and 70s, that's what people want. Things that look like they're not made very well. Movie posters. I have a whole list of things. It surprises you, all the things that people throw away, even false teeth, believe it or not. Teeth, believe it or not. There's all kinds of things that people throw away that have value, but yet they keep things like these. Does everybody know what these are? Hummels, right? Now, 20 years ago, I sold some of these for $2,000 20 years ago. But that same one that I sold for $2,000, I have a hard time getting $25 for it. So, and that's the one generation rule. And I'd love to have time to go over all that with you, but I know we don't. So here's some options for items that you have, that you need to get rid of, and you're not going to donate. They're of value. Here's different options. One option is a consignment shop. Now, everything has its positives and its negatives. Consignment shops sometimes can be a good option. Sometimes they're a little bit of a pain because everybody's inundated with stuff. I mean, we can be in 10 or 20 homes a day. I mean, just everybody's downsizing. So some of those places are inundated. So most of the time you have to take pictures and send the pictures to them. But also realize that a lot of them charge you to pick the item up, to bring it, especially if it's furniture. And if it doesn't sell in 30 to 60 days and you don't come pick it up, they donate it. So always do your due diligence, everything you do. That is an option. Another option is auction, local auction, which I think, in my opinion, is not a good option because every local auction that I've seen, and I've bought lots of estates and put them in local auction, the items just don't go for much. And most people are very disappointed, but it is an option. Now, that doesn't mean that you have an Andy Warhol that's worth $100,000, then an auction is not a good option for that, because an auction is a good option for that, but not an auction in this area or in Florida. You know, you'd want to pick like Sotheby's or Christie's or some other, and I usually go through all the steps to figure out what auction, what theme, that kind of thing. But that's an option. An estate sale is another option. A yard sale is another option. But before you do one of these options, try to get somebody in to figure out what is valuable and what's not. So an estate sale can be a good option. Now, sometimes your community doesn't allow it. Sometimes your community does allow it, but you're in a condo, and they have to come one up at a time. You have to put their name down by the gate. They just don't work. Those just don't work. So just make sure if you do take that option of an estate sale that you're in a good location. There's all different aspects of it, but that's an option as well. Of course, selling to a dealer is an option as well. Selling online yourself, like selling to us, is an option. Selling online as well is an option. It can be sites like eBay. It could be local sites like Craigslist, OfferUp, 5 Mile, Let Go, Facebook Swap, Facebook Marketplace, which I really suggest, Facebook Marketplace and Facebook Swap. But if you do that, be very, very, very careful. Make sure somebody's with you, be safe, those kind of things. Screen the call, all those kind of things. And certain items are harder than others. Furniture nowadays is really hard. Why? Because there's so much of it out there, and you have places like Rooms to Go that sell it so cheap. Furniture can be tricky. Now, we talked about consignment shops being a possibility for furniture. I think one of the best suggestions that we've come up with that helped our clients is neighbors. Believe it or not, furniture and local art, local art's really hard too. It's not a famous artist. Neighbors is usually one of the best ways. You say, well, how do I let neighbors know? And why do neighbors be so good? Well, you let neighbors know by sometimes there's an email in your neighborhood, the email goes around, you email in. Sometimes there's a clubhouse, and you can put a flyer up saying, I have these pieces of furniture that I'd like to downsize. Sometimes there's a website in the community as well. Sometimes you just, go to one of the community events and let everybody know. And why would that be a better option? Because even if they don't know you, you're in their community, so they think that they know you. So they think it's going to be cleaner, better, and it's not far. It doesn't have to travel far. The furniture doesn't travel far. So from my experience is you'll get way more money that way for your furniture. Because furniture is tough. It's the toughest one. Now, there's all kinds of other items. But those are kind of most of your selling options. There's a few other ones. If you're interested, let me know. That's kind of your major options for selling. And if you have any questions about any of those, and then what's a value, what's not a value has changed so much. And I'm just going to go over a couple of things, like the one generation rule. Basically, how the one generation rule, what that means is if you look at how cute and innocent and small and the colors are kind of muted, this Hummels were made for the great generation. So a lot of items and things are made for that generation's culture. So the following generation doesn't want them. The following generation doesn't know what it is. When I do my talks and there's anyone 40 and under, 99% of 40 and under don't know what Hummel is. So what does that mean for value? That means that the great generation people aren't buying anymore. They're downsizing them. The following generation want them. So what happens is there's a flood of them, and the price just crashes. So anything that is made for that generation, and it's in the later stages of that generation, the value starts to go down with it. But it means the opposite as well, where like mid-century moderns, why do people want an 8-chair? Why do people want a tacky orange or green couch anymore? You know what I mean? Do you remember the orange and green in the 70s? Because those generations that grew up with those items now want them. It's like the cars. I always thought antique Rolls Royces were always going to go up in value. They haven't. They plateaued and started going down because those generations aren't buying Rolls Royces anymore. What cars? Anybody have any idea of what cars have gone crazy for price now? Muscle cars. Your Firebird, your Mustang, your Road Runners, all those have gone crazy. Why? Because people that are in their 40s, 50s, and early 60s now that have extra income want what they had as a child or want what they wanted as a child. So that will bring those items up in value. So a lot of your stuff that you think isn't worth anything actually could be. So keep that in mind. And I can read a list of items real quick for you that are of value that you might get a little chuckle out of. And there's kind of some really cool things here too as well. If you want to come up and guess, usually I have everybody guess what they are, but if you want to come up and guess afterwards what they are, let me know. And does anybody, while I'm getting this list ready, does anybody have any questions about the downsizing part? Normally I go through the packing, I'm going to go through every little aspect of it, but does anybody have any questions about the downsizing part? Or any other questions? Yes, ma'am. I have one that you can take from me.
CVS's or Walgreens.
And I can also have some available when we get down for lunch. I'll have some available.
Yeah, they're great. And remember, too, that we're in there, so if you can't find me another way, but you can also please take a card.
Well, I have a case of his cards.
Yeah, thank you. And if you can't, we're always in here, right here as well. It's a great book. It's a great book.
And make sure you get this one, the one with the flowers on the front. It just came out this past month, so it's the newest edition.
So, any other questions that you can think of? Any other questions? Okay, let's go read this list real quick. And you can always call me with any questions about the downsizing process, and we would love to help you. So here's a list of things that still have value. Of course, gold, sterling silver, we buy a lot of that. Coins, paper money, high-end brands, of course, are still good. Tiffany, Cartier, Louis Vuitton, those kind of things are still good. Asian antiques are still really good because there's a really good, strong middle class in China now. So Chinese antiques are still really good. They have really good value. We buy things like Buddha statues, sculptures, high-end artwork like Andy Warhol. But with artwork, landscapes and seascapes are really down now because the younger generations don't want them. So it's stuff like Salvador Dali, Andy Warhol, funky, weird, and strange is what's in. Anything that's unusual or weird, if it's bizarre, ugly, disgusting, it might be of value. As strange as that is. If it's tacky and ugly, it could be worth value. Let's see. Medical, believe it or not, medical and dental, antique or vintage tools or equipment. A lot of doctors and dentists love to put them on their walls in their offices. So we buy a lot of that as well. Circus items owned by famous people. Like I have so many cool items over here. This was owned by Red Adair. Does anybody know who Red Adair was? Yeah, Red Adair was a gentleman that owned a company that would put oil rigs out. They were on fire. He'd walk in with a bomb and put it in the middle of the fire and then walk out and put the bomb off, and the bomb would displace the oxygen and it would put the fire out. And they made a movie about Red Adair, and John Wayne played Red Adair. And that's an actual Red Adair's uniform they used in Missouri to put an oil rig fire out. It's still got the oil stains on it. So that kind of stuff is cool. So anything owned by a famous person, props, movie props, posters, what they call ephemera, which is paper items. Most people just throw away paper items. Paper items can have value. Let's say comic books are still really good. I mean, there's comic books that are selling for over $100,000 for a comic book. Yeah, it's incredible. And normally I go through and tell you why each item, why the younger generations are, but we won't have time for that. Toys, dolls, military items, medieval armor and swords are still amazing value on those. Incredible. What they go for, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Artifacts and relics, we buy a lot of those from any country. Fossils, meteorites, taxidermy, scientific instruments, anything that was made, and they made all kinds of weird stuff way back when, scientific instruments, and even old appliances and old weird stuff. Like I have a fan that was made by Singer, and it's got a ribbon instead of a metal blade. Things like that are of value. So think about that as well. Scientific or biological specimens, 2 head pig in a jar. I would love. If anybody has one, let me know. Science fiction items, aliens, anything to do with NASA or outer space is hot. Mid-century modern, and all kinds of other items as well. But please, in your downsizing process, try to be as less stressed as possible. Trust me, we've helped tons of clients, and I have faith in you guys. You guys can do it. We all downsize and transition all through our lives many, many times. So if we can ever be of service or help, if there's ever any question, please let us know. We'd love to help you. And good luck. I'm sure it'll be a smooth transition for you. And definitely talk to Tammy. This is an amazing community. And she can really help. Even if you think it's 20 years out, please still think about it and have the plan planned. Okay? Any other questions? And you can always come to me and I'd love to help. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you coming.
All right, so everybody found this good information to get today? So we're going to do something a little bit different. All of our guest speakers today, minus Michelangelo, we did let him get back to Tampa, but we do have Sandy who will be with us through lunch. All of our speakers will be at the lunch area. So if you wanted to ask them something, they are going to be available, and also they're going to help us escorting you to each location today. So let me just go over how that's going to look. So we're going to start in our one room by the pool. From there, we're going to break off into small groups, and we're going to get to go to a couple of different apartments so you can actually see what we have to offer here. We're not going to take you to all of them because I have 9 floor plans in this community, just in my senior apartment housing alone. So we're only going to look at 3 different apartments. If anybody really has a hard time getting around, we do have a place where you can just go sit, get some coffee, get some dessert, or get a bite to eat. We do have that. However, I would beg you, you've been with us this long, at least take a look at a couple of the apartments to see what we have because they are beautiful. We're going to start, so what we're going to do is if everybody can just gather up your things and we're going to head down past the pool. We'll start at our dockside lounge and then we're going to do kind of like a golf scramble. So we're going to kind of break everybody up and we're going to head out and look at different apartments. There are wonderful treats in each apartment too, so if you're not going to go, then you're going to miss out on some great appetizers. But there is stuff